cannot be seen. It cannot be heard. It cannot be tasted. It cannot be touched. It cannot be smelled. These functions belong to whom? The mind. Yes, it belongs to the subtle body. What is the subtle body made of? The mind, the intellect, the memory, and the ego. All these functions belong to the mind. The knower is the witness of the mind. Correct? So, the knower can only know the mind. The mind cannot know the knower. But your thoughts are trying to reach out to the knower. You're trying to find that knower inside, and you are failing. And you're feeling that, oh, I'm not getting this. This is so hard. Why? Because the mind is trying to turn back and see the knower, taste the knower, touch the knower, but it cannot. It cannot turn back. The senses are outward going, they are not inward facing. One-way street for the senses. Yes? So it is very difficult for this little mind and intellect to perceive the knower. So then, this sense that I have of the knowingness, that which knows, how do I know that? Who's knowing it? Is it the mind? Or is it the knower? The knower knows itself. Right here you can see the distinction. You can figure out that is who I am. I am not this limited mind. Yes, I am the knower. That knower itself is giving its energy to the mind, and that mind is operating through seeing, through touching, tasting, smelling, hearing, etc. On borrowed energy, this mind works. Now that borrowed energy decides I'm going to try to look back at the source of my energy. It doesn't work. Why? Because you are again and again identifying with the mind and trying to understand the knower through the mind. Yes. Now there is no separate entity called mind, no separate entity called the knower, and no separate entity called you that is trying to become the mind, or you is trying to become the knower. This is just for the sake of communication, because language is so limited. I have to use such words, or the scriptures have to speak like that to you. But there are no three separate entities here. It is the knower itself that has forgotten and gives its energy to the mind and assumes I am the mind. And he gets lost in the world. He goes through his karmas and he goes through the effects of karma. He suffers, he cries, then he falls down and he decides, I'm going to be a spiritual person now. I'm going to go to an Advaita class and I'm going to be a new person. And then he comes to the Advaita class and then we are telling him, now see, you are the knower. And then he wakes up, oh, I am the knower. I'm not that mind only. The whole drama happened because I assumed this wrong position. I played in that wrong position and I suffered. Till the time you keep playing from here, there is going to be suffering. The moment you are established here, it does not mean the mind is going away. Mind is going to be there. But I am not operating from here, means I am not giving energy to the mind to become the boss. I'm operating from here, which means I use this mind like a tool. When I need to see, I'm using the mind. When I need to think about seeing, I'm using the mind. But who's using? The knower. The power is here. When I need to touch, I use the mind. When I need to think about touching, I'm using the mind. Yes? So perception and thought are the mind, and they are not different from the knowingness, the knower. There is no difference. Very clear?